Lord, not to come to pass. Heaven and earth will cease to exist. Upon this very hope we anchor all our belief that Biafra shall come in our time, and we pray that it comes this very year, that your glory may be made manifest in the lives of men, that we may kneel and bow before thee. Nyahan soro tutonan soporo ne jamani bisiala tinete na teprumijeni de so tutoni ne wedrege de denso ugama wondoni ne bijebi.
Once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa-Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra, London. You can also join us via Facebook on Radio Biafra Hausa-Service. Today is the 13th day of December 2021. We are here live and direct. Live and direct. Therefore, we must continue. We have prayed, led by our leader, Onyendu, who is in the enemy territory. But make no mistake about it, this is part of the process. Our leader is there suffering for you and I, for our liberation. Do you understand? Do you know that our leader can just accept money, accept any condition, money, name it, and come out as easy as anything and start being one of the criminals, talking from both sides of his mouth? You can't do nothing. Do you understand? But he is there, preaching. Therefore, the question you should ask yourself is this: what are you contributing to this effort? Our people, we are too good in blaming, blame game, blame this, blame that, but never blaming ourselves. That character is a very big fault. It's one of the biggest faults holding us down. We blame others, everything for our woes. I used to say it here, but not ourselves, because we are always right. Do you understand? You that is blaming, you ask yourself, what have I contributed? What am I doing? What am I contributing towards this effort? My effort, what am I doing? Or is it to take a phone and call and start blaming? Be on social media blaming heaven and earth, but yourself. Here we teach ourselves how to think in another way. That is why today I'm going to talk on the topic of my submission that says facing the reality. Because sometimes it seems we are chasing shadow. We should face the reality. The reality glaring at us. Do you understand me? Before I go on, there is just one headline or two that caught my attention. December 13th, 2021. It said, federal government calls on Western allies to declare bandits, Boko Haram, IPOB as terrorists. Do you see their manipulation? Do you see? Before people are saying, okay, why are you not calling Fulani headsmen? You don't proscribe them. Now they prescribe. They prescribe bandits, not headsmen. No. Do you see their shrewdness? The time they declare this report, they change from Fulani headsmen to bandits. I know from that time, I know they are heading somewhere. There is a reason for it. Since 2 or 3 years back, before it was headsmen, Fulani headsmen killers, headsmen, they were overwhelmed defending. Have you forgotten when Ganduje, when governor of Katsina State, is it Masari, and the Erufai, all of them, all the Fulani elites, they are defending the headsmen that they have the right to carry weapons. They have the right to carry weapons. And there was outrage everywhere. Now, what they did, they coined the name bandits. You know, Galadima said the other day that declaring bandits, proscribing bandits, declaring them terrorists is a mirage, because they don't have no face. They are laughing. Do you see how smart these people are? Do you understand? They declared a faceless bandits. If you are an armed robber, you are a terrorist. That is what it means, because you're a bandit. So they paid the whole media in Nigeria, in the zoo. They gave them brown envelopes and commanded them, hey, from today, no more Fulani headsmen. No more. Just call bandits. Bingo. Everywhere now. And the bandits, and the bandits, what are you talking about? Calling them bandits? People that are highly organized. These are ISIS. Fulani ISIS jihadist fighters. It is them. People that can be on the road with more than 500 motorcycles. Each motorcycle is carrying 3 people, the driver and the 2 other people, all armed to the teeth. They will be moving on the road. No Tucano jets to fire them. No military to fight. They will. Did you remember when they came to Enugu? It was reported that they came down to Benue more than 100 kilometers. No police checkpoint, no military checkpoint, no military interception. And you are telling me Nigerians are there watching like morons. Sometimes you watch them in video. How they, these are organized, highly organized set of people. It's ISIS. These are Fulani jihadists. The ISIS swap you are hearing, it is them. Now, instead of calling them by the name, they say, no, don't put a Fulani headsman there. Don't put them. They smartly labeled bandits, and after they say, okay, after much hesitation, they say, okay, we proscribe bandits. Now tell us who are the bandits. Do you understand? It said federal government calls on Western allies to declare bandits, Boko Haram, IPOB as terrorists. How on earth are they aligning IPOB to all these terrorists? What are they fighting? People that kill IPOB, we are a non-violent movement, legally seeking for self-determination. Now, let me ask you, have you ever seen or had any IPOB family member being jailed in a Nigerian court? These are things we should be. Sometimes I say, let us be thinking. Do you know why they kill us, our people, extrajudicially? Because they know that we are legal. IPOB is a legal movement. Even under Nigerian constitution, we are legal. We are not breaking any law. They know that. That's why anytime they kill our people, they say, you are an IPOB member. They cock gun and kill you direct, because they know that if they take you to the court under the law, if they judge you under the law, you are not guilty. They have never convicted one person. I say one person, even half. They have never convicted one person on IPOB counter charges of belonging to IPOB. They have never. Why? Because what we are doing is backed up by the law. But Nigeria is a lawless place. That's why they take, they kidnap our people. They start hiding them, taking them to Abuja or Kaduna prisons to hide them. If there is no, if we didn't talk, or people didn't know about the arrest or the kidnapping, they will just kill the person. But if they know, if we know, now they start hiding. Any police barrack or military barrack or police, they go, they say, no, we don't know any person there. They will hide the person just to waste the person's time for nothing. Until when they could no longer, they'll bring the person out and be released. Because the law is on our side. That is it. Now, why are they aligning us to bandits and Boko Haram? And you see our politicians are there. Do you see how, do you see the reason why we are suffering? Just because of their selfish interest, they are there. Bring IPOB, kill, like the Sarkin Fulani of Imo State, what he's doing. Kill them. So just, sometimes you're asking, why are we suffering? It is because of our extreme selfishness. I say extreme selfishness. That is why we are suffering. I mean us, Biafra Ndibo. The selfishness is too much. When somebody, for him to be in a seat, of which if it is people that have dignity, even he will not even smell that seat. He will say, no, I didn't win the election, please. I didn't win it. No need. But he went and signed. Do you see how evil some of our people, black race, and our people are against their own people? You know what they are doing? They are continuing the sacrifice of our people to one Nigeria, to the unity of Nigeria. Something that was started right from time by Mazi Nnamdi Azikiwe, the father of Nnamdi Azikiwe, personal secretary of Frederick Lugard, servant of Edom. It started from him. He doesn't care. As far as he's following white man, now he's on other people. He is a person drafting the amalgamation formula so that people going to chiefs. Now this Nigeria will be good. Do you see why we are stuck in a quagmire? But we must remove ourselves from this whole nonsense. I'm telling you, our people, they don't have political sight. Never. Our people, I see that we are the lowest of the low when it comes to politics. Our people don't play politics. What they play is a selfish interest, selfishness, selfish criminality. That is what they play. They don't play politics. Because playing politics is to the advantage, our collective advantage. We are wrongly calling, we are playing politics. No. They play politics just for their selfish interests. It's a criminality they do. As I said, the lowest of the low when it comes in politics. The clip, one man that said was annoyed of people calling him for the houses of being, hewn down, being destroyed in Lagos last time. He said our people are a tribe that is not political. A tribe that people don't understand what that means. Any tribe that is not political, you continue suffering until your eyes will open. You understand what is politics. That is it. That is our people. The lowest of the low when it comes to politics. What everybody wants to grab is his own thing. His own. Now waiting I go eat fat, get now. That is the core source of our problems. This selfishness. Look at how most of them. Look at them. They don't care about the yearnings of the people. What matters for them is their political, position. That is that is their concern. That is only their concern. They don't care whether all of you are being slaughtered. That is not their problem. And they are calling it politics. No, it's not politics. It's not politics. Politics is local. you should first of all satisfy your people. That is why, I hail Ahmad Bello. I admire him. He represented his people to the core. I'm telling you honestly. Anyhow you want to twist it, he maintained their position. Yes, he didn't allow his people the masses to go to school. Yes, but he represented them to the northernization agenda. When Zeke was clamoring for Zeke of the whole world, Zeke of Africa, Nigeria, that big Nigeria. Let us be saying the truth. Here we don't pity ourselves. It doesn't matter, even if it is not to we blame ourselves when due. Federal government calls on Western allies to declare bandits Boko Haram IPOB as terrorists. That is by Garbashew. All these are unrepentant jihadists. Unrepentant jihadists, primitive jihadists that have nothing to offer, only to conquer, to destroy, nothing more. The federal government yesterday said that it was continuing to put pressure on its Western allies to proscribe bandits, Boko Haram, and the indigenous people of Biafra as terrorists. The government said that doing so will surely reduce the funding for the groups, noting that it was doing all within its powers to ensure that a stop is put to the killings throughout the country. Is IPOB killing? Okay. Have you forgotten about the slaughter? 2015, 16, 17, they have been killing us. We protest with flag. And you see, it's on record. That's why, when I look at this world, I say, no, there's no justice, no need. Anything you can do as a people for our interest, for a collective interest. Because there's no justice in this world. People will kill you, they will label you, you are the victim. They are slaughtering you, they are labeling you that blaming you that you are the aggressor. Have you seen the world we are living in? They killed us at Nkpo, in Aba, even in Enugu, everywhere, and now they are still killing us. In the presence of people, they will bring people down from their car. Today, they will bring people down from their car and cock gun in the presence of thousands of people glaring at them. They will kill them, shoot them into pieces. Our people in Imo State, in Anambra, Nigerian terrorist security, and people will be watching, and they are calling us terrorists. Whereas the Boko Haram that is slaughtering, they are giving them money, reinstating them into the mainstream military, bringing them down to the south to slaughter us. Our people that should be representing us, they are there. What matters to them is to loot, to be there answering governor only, or senator only. And you are telling me that these people, they merit anything good? You are telling me. All these manipulations, all that matters to these our criminals we call politicians, matters to them is a position. But we, the people, we say no. We have risen up and never to go back. This shenanigan must stop. Now there is another news that one pastor, he said there is Cold War going on in Nigeria by Reverend Ayuba. The General Overseer, Light of God Church, Angwa Gimbia Sabo Tasha, Chikun local government area of Kaduna State, Reverend Johnathan Ayuba has urged Christians to embark on a serious prayers, saying there is a Cold War going on in Nigeria. Go on serious prayers. Very interesting. You will stop that Cold War with serious prayers, doing nothing. No boot on the ground, nothing. Christian Association of Nigeria, what matters to them is supporting the caliphate. because they are being put there anyway by the caliphate. You pray, isn't it? It is very disgusting. It's very disgusting. Reverend Ayoba, while speaking during the annual Thanksgiving with the theme, "Only the living can praise God," noted that the killings, kidnapping, and various crime going on in Nigeria show that there is war being engineered by some people, which the reason best known to them. That is colonization on top gear. Whether you like it or not, that is the only thing. I will not continue reading, because some of all these people, they know the cause of the problem, but they will never say it. They will never say it. Instead, they will continue going the thing up, dressing it, window dressing it. The problem we are having is the wrongful amalgamation of Nigeria with the caliphate, with the Fulani jihadists. There is no way secular and Sharia can go side by side. It is impossible. It can't happen. Let people know this. It has never happened. The Sharia must try, because they are violent. They are always the dominant species. Whereas this man is telling you to pray, the jihadists are arming their people to go and kill. Then who do you think that will win? It's a person with arms. When somebody with arms is coming, you start praying, speaking in tongue. Is it not stupidity? These people, they know the problem, they know the reality. Before I go on, let me also reiterate on my normal comments. Stop calling these people the House of Fulani. There is nothing like House of Fulani as a people. The history of the revelation or the presence of the Fulani in Hausa Kingdom started only 1804, when Ottoman Danfodio manipulated the Hausas using religion into conquering themselves for him. That is the only time. And when Hausa Kingdom was conquered, for your information, Hausa Kingdom was part of Songhai Empire. They conquered themselves for the Fulani. Do you see stupidity? You know what is happening now is what happened that time. When people, instead of warding off foreigners, they use sentiment, they fought their own brothers themselves in favor of a foreigner. Just like what the governors, what the political elites are doing in our land. If you go on the streets, make random sampling, statistics, ask people, do you want Biafra, or do you want, in our land, the whole of Biafra land, 99% we love Biafra. I say 99%. But these criminals we call politicians, they don't mind the yearnings of our people. They don't mind the yearnings of people they so-called they are representing, because they are not representing us in real sense. They are serving Abuja, serving the caliphate. After all, Dave Omar said that they have been elected in order to uphold the tenets of the Nigerian constitution, not to represent the people or the wish of the people. So when you know our people, we are sentimental. Oh, it's our brother. It's our brother. Let's vote for him. He doesn't represent you. He's there serving the caliphate, the whole politicians in our land. That is the reality. If not, how can they borrow money? Which Nigeria, the caliphate, they borrow money on Nigerian name from the resources in our land to pay it. Now they told us openly that we are not among the budgets. Nothing, no, that money will not be, farthing will not be spent in our land. And we took it like that, living in peace. Let us live in peace. So this useless peace, slavery peace. After all, slaves in America, they lived in peace for almost 400 years. It's peace. They lived in peace, but they were slaves. Anytime their owner wants to bring him, put a knife on, maybe even during the birthday of any of the daughter, he can bring out any of the slave living in peace and slaughter him just for the fun of seeing a nigger reaching and crying, shouting as he's dying. That fun. They will be laughing. How niggers die. How they die. But for the slave, they are living in peace. They were living in peace. That is the type of peace they want us to live in as slaves. But we have taken the bull by the horn and said no. Instead of living in this type of peace, we live in pieces. I'm telling you. Okay, also continue in Biafra land. If South Africans say, let us, no, don't do, let us live in this peace. There would be, you will not even be going to South Africa. I mean, South. Yesterday I said it. Our people, they love already made. You see them. Now, where are you there? Now, they're South. You don't know what is going through. You don't know. You didn't know what they suffered. Had it been they wanted to live in peace as you are insinuating in your own town today, anywhere they are going, they will carry pass in their own land. Is it not the same thing? Checkpoints everywhere you are going, you are begging, paying. Okay, accept money now. Okay, I have only 200,000. Is my whole money in my account? The man say, "Shut up!" Even slap him. Say, "You are lucky. I will kill you now." He say, "Okay, sir." You see the person beside you. You will continue living like slaves like that every blessed day in our own land, and you think it's normal? They will come and talk you into belief. Oh no, we know you are marginalized, but let us continue in one Nigeria. These roadblocks, is it? Did they start it with the coming of IPOB? Is it not one of our yearnings, even our leader, in order to remove all these roadblocks right from time? Stifling us economically, people running away from our land, going to Uganda because it is an orchestrated, highly orchestrated agenda with the governors. Do you ever think, why is it that when we are shouting about these roadblocks, our so-called political elites in Igbo land, in the so-called Southeast and South, they never come out openly to talk about it or to talk against it? Have you thought about it and say, why? All these things we are hearing, you see, somebody will go to school with first class, no employment, nothing, no fund made available to him to even start his own business, nothing. He will go on higher purchase, start Okada, and still they will be stifling him. And you see all these politicians, none of them speaks. None of them talks about it. No matter how many years we have been yearning, these roadblocks, they are killing us. They are stifling us. They are making money, billions of naira every blessed year, billions and billions. Please stop calling them the House of Fulani. What we have are the Hausa and the Fulani. During the time of Ottoman Donfodi, after the conquest of the Hausas, he ordered his fellow Fulani men to make sure to be marrying take Hausa girls, pregnant them as many as, that is how they behave. And that is what they did in our land during the Biafra war. They made sure to pregnant as many people in order to compromise our blood. That is the jihadist way. It's a form of jihad. People don't understand this. So that that generation in the stomach, after when they are born, after you see their language will change. Because they are not the real indigenous people. So that is from there you had this fake name, Hausa Fulani. There is nothing like that. What we have are the Hausa and the Fulani as different people, different ethnicities, different nations. The Fulani played, guests to Hausa landlords. The Fulani, they were their guests. Now, all of a sudden, only one person turned their heads around to start slaughtering each other. And today, they are all Almajiris, beggars. Fulani turned them into beggars. As our leader used to say, when we see how the Fulani, they have turned the Hausas into non-entities, of which the pure Hausa, they know they are helpless. Now, we are still, our people, our so-called politicians are still encouraging us to go the way of Hausa. No, in the name of one Nigeria. No, let us live together. Allow them, come, this. Oh, Chineke Konayanjo. This extreme selfishness must be curbed. Therefore, let us do the right thing, please. Stop calling them House of Fulani. I will go straight to the topic of my submission that says, facing the reality. The reality facing us in Nigeria today is that Nigeria is an imposition on every one of us. All the indigenous people in Nigeria. Nigeria is an imposition on all of us. And we never advance despite the enormous natural human resources. Natural and human resources is enormous. But Nigeria can never advance. It's impossible. Nigeria is programmed to be a place of mourning, as we are witnessing today. We are mourning a place of crying, mourning, every day. That is what Nigeria was programmed to be. I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to this, please. An example of the mourning, crying, lamenting. Listen.
I saw horror. Wallahi tallahi idan abu yana kama da Yawm al-Qiyamah. Allah ina gan shi when I was in captivity. I saw that. I saw horror. I still have nightmares, bad nightmares. I say arike na hayo har gobe. Akan horrors inda na gani. That's why I left Nigeria. That's why I'm here. But wallahi tallahi, if you have not been through what we've been through, a lot of us that have been in captivity and been raped multiple times by terrorists, you would not know. You would not know the pain. You would not know the agony. Nobody stood. Nobody believed me. Nobody said anything. Nobody helped me. No one. And that's what's happening right now to our children. That's what's happening to our children. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's accepting any refugee from northern Nigeria. Nobody. I was right. I was raped. I still have marks on my arm. I know what's going on. I know the pain. I know the pain.
I want you, listener, whether you are listening from any part of the world, this is what happens in Nigeria. You know, people are deceived about going to hell. Oh, get hellfire. Nigeria is a hellfire. We are mourning and, gnashing of teeth. Look at how this woman is lucky to escape. And it's no more in Nigeria. That's why it's on video even. Crying. This is, what are you, the eternal trauma of being raped is there. And that is what people are passing through every blessed day in Nigeria. We are mourning and gnashing of teeth every blessed day. Just because some people want to impose themselves on others to conquer. Do you know what is going on in Nigeria? Is what happened during the invasion of the Europeans in Africa. Exactly. Everywhere in Africa, it is the white people, they are battling it, killing people, slaughtering. King Leopold II in Congo slaughtered more than 15 million people, Congolese. Half of the country's population out of that time. But he's a saint, Saint Leopold. Do you see how foolish we are? He's a saint. No, our tradition is evil. No. Europeans, they bring something good. Their religion. Anyway, I'm programming. One day I will talk about religion and spirituality. It will be a topic either this Saturday. I will come to it. People that slaughtered for fun, they are not evil. They sponsored and created, imposed, their will, countries on us, burdens, and we are carrying it. As far as some of us are getting crumbs, which the slave master, the British, handed them over. Do you know that this crude oil, you say, Nigeria, a daily barrel, normally, quantity of oil, average 2 million or 2.5 million barrels per day. Let me tell you, that is rubbish. I'm telling you, Nigeria, under normal circumstance, can bring up more than 7.5 million barrels or 10 self. But there is no meter. When our leader was saying this, that there is no meter in the terminals where oil are being drilled in Nigeria, where they are pumping, I was thinking at that time, since 2014, 2015, I say, anyway, it's a part of it, maybe, until I read it from a high-ranking NNPC official. Somebody that knows, he said, Nigeria doesn't have meter to measure quantities of oil being pumped. I preached it here. I was surprised. I said, so this is true. After all, where they are putting the distance, no so-called Nigerian nears there. It is being handled by Shell, but they will put 10 million, pump 10 million barrels. Now they will call their caliphate agents. They say, you know what? Make it 2.5 million. Okay? We take 2.5 million. Now their caliphate agents, the caliphate will come. Officially, they will write, they say, okay. They say it's 2.5 million. Cool? They say yes. So, okay, out of the 2.5 million, write 1.5. Today, no market. Just tell the 1.5. Now, the 1 million, they arrange it for themselves. Inside that 1 million also, Britain, Shell will have share, little share. And the remaining 1.5 million, now other crumbly ass lickers. They will, in that 1.5 million, they will now, their business, now anyone that get the money of maybe 200 barrel, or up to buruburu. This is how things are done. At the end, what we enter out of the 10 million barrels, what we really enter into the Nigerian coffers will be less than 1 million barrels. Less than. And they push it. Oh, we are going to borrow money. No money in Nigeria. The government. And you look at all the politicians, all of them are bastardly rich. They fall and they are billionaires. They don't make noise. And you are asking. But tomorrow they will go and borrow money from China, putting everybody into bondage upon bondage. I say, what type of wickedness is this in this life? But the problem, I blame the people. I'm telling you honestly. Do you know what is happening in Nigeria? When you look at it in details, you will, if you have nuclear weapon, you put there, let everything perish, including everybody, let everybody perish, because they are not supposed to live. All these things are happening. The people, the masses, they are suffering and smiling. They are suffering and smiling. Any person that have go enter, enter politics to get one crumb. He hit 10 million naira. That is all that matters to everybody. Stealing. And the worst part is Nigeria is a fanatically religious country. That is why it used to vex me. I used to be mad about it. Do you understand? Anytime somebody will just come and start preaching, Quran, or Quran from Surah 1 to the end. Bible, but everybody is rotten, practically rotten. Practically rotten. Now you start asking yourself why? Because the people are evil. All these things are happening. People don't rise up because they never reached the level of enlightenment. I'm coming. As I said, this is what you hear in Nigeria every blessed day. If you understand, when a woman will come to openly saying that terrorists raped her, only that, what type of life is she living? This is what people, he's lucky to be alive. Most of them, when they rape them, when they finish raping them, for how many days they just kill them off or leave them to rotten there in anywhere they are. That is Nigeria for you. The truth is that no country advances without first of all reorienting their ways of reasoning. It's impossible for a people, for a country to advance without first of all reorienting their ways of reasoning. The way Nigerians reason is fundamentally flawed. Do you understand? That is why they cannot hold people to accountability. No way. Instead, they pray, God, let me tap to their blessing. These looters, I beg. They'll go pray to God, make me to be like them so that I will loot. Do you see a horrible people as this? Have you seen them before in this world? I don't think there is no other place it exists. Very horrible. You see that this is a criminal. Now when you come, you start asking God, please let me be like him, so that I will loot and kill people, in order just for me to be okay. Buy any car I want. That is what matters for you in life. Do you know what is the level of reasoning? That's why our leader said the problem we are having as black race is in our brain. The way we reason is fundamentally flawed. Forget about religion. Religion they carry on the head. No. That is, it doesn't change you. I have said it. Religion can never make you a better person. Never. It's just a collection of what you believe in. You believe to make yourself happy. Now, if I die now, I'll go to heaven. If I pray, that is your belief. Reality is there. You don't know the reality. But what you believe it makes you happy. Every time you'll be murmuring it, saying it, preaching it. It doesn't make it reality. Do you understand? The Europeans advanced today because they first of all reoriented their way of reasoning during the course of the long 18th century as part of a movement referred to by its participants as the Age of Reason, or simply the Enlightenment. You know, I love to study about this Enlightenment because that is where the problem lies. Lack of it. That is what black race is, fighting. That is what they are suffering. Europeans, they have passed the stage. So they are deceiving Africa. No, your problem is corruption. No, your problem is there will be, Poppy, when you catch your mugu, you'll be dribbling him. That is how the Europeans are doing. No. The European, your problem. Okay, change government, be democratic. Just do election. Okay, no. Corruption is there will be a name, Poppy. They don't tell the people that look, the Africans that look. Your problem is in the head, the way you reason, finish. Change it and your problems are solved. The Europeans did it. When they took the bull by the horn, their lives changed. Everything changed. And they became less religious because now they are now acting that thing. That thing they have been learning before, that they believe in, that paradise is one far away. They now bring it down to their country to build the paradise for themselves. Do you understand it? It's in the head. When our leader says that we are going to bring Biafra, restore Biafra, the kingdom of God in this planet. People don't understand it. When you are living, you have security, you have everything, collectively, everybody, most people are okay. You work hard, you make it. What are you now? Why? If we have it in Nigeria, will you travel? Will you travel to America? Will you travel to Europe? The answer is no. The answer is pure no. Before, the Europeans, they were believing on paradise. Beg, do good and go paradise. Respect your kings and your masters. Now after, you go paradise. But after the what they call long 18th century, is a very civil, very big war in Europe. 30 years of war. You understand? That long 18th century started from 1685. They refer it to as long 18th century because that is when Europe was reorganized. The baptism of fire from fire, gold. They came out to be pure gold they are today. Before they were raw like Africans. After many events happened from 1685 to 1815, they call it the long 18th century. You understand? Many things happened. And now it changed the way the Europeans think. Their way of reasoning. And their eyes started opening. They say, after everything, when they are enlightened, now they became less religious. You understand? You don't need to preach to them now in the church to tell the truth, they will tell you the truth. Because law have forced them to do so. You declare anything you are doing, law force you to do so. That is acting what they believed before. Now it's time of acting. If you understand? That is what enlightenment can do. But in our own land, in Nigeria in particular, and in black race in general, people have not reached to that level. We are still, rigmaroling, stupidly, foolishly, in darkness. Do you understand? The most apparent cause of the Enlightenment in Europe was the 30 years of war. This horrible, destructive religious war, which lasted from 1618 to 1648, that is 30 complete good years, compelled the German writers to pen harsh criticisms regarding the ideas of nationalism and warfare. This Enlightenment, what the main thing that started it is the war, religious war. Do you understand? 30 years, 1618 to 1648. Though the struggle of the 30 years was a war erupted some years earlier, the war is conventionally held to have begun in 1618, when the future Holy Roman Emperor, Holy Roman Emperor Ferdinand II, attempted to impose Roman Catholic absolutism on his domains, and the Protestant nobles of both Bohemia and Austria rose up in rebellion. Do you see what erupted? Just like the colonization, the caliphate is trying to impose colonization on everybody, every indigenous people in that contraption called Nigeria. That time they call it Holy Roman Empire. In 1618, one Holy Roman Emperor, onye ọchịchị dị nsọ si n'eluigwe gbadata, a na-akpọ Ferdinand nke abụọ. He attempted to impose Roman Catholic absolutism on his domains, and the Protestant nobles of both Bohemia and Austria rose up in rebellion, and that is what started these 30 years of war that later made the Europeans to start thinking. Hardship struck them, and they started thinking, why are we killing ourselves because of religion? Something we believe. Before the emperor, they call Holy Roman Emperor. Just like somebody said, I attended the catechism, but I wasn't interested. Normally at that time anyway, when I was little. I didn't finish all those things, but I took a Holy Communion. Just like in a church one day, my friend said, let us go and take this thing to see how it does. And we went. Pretend like Omomonso. Na de tinye kwa yoriri airi kwe yao. Enwere kwa ihe mere o banano right no not na si Chineke leko India. From there we continue to anywhere we go to church. If people line up, we line up, go take a Holy Communion. But there are people that believe that this thing is sanctious, is sante, is everything. It is in the head, for goodness sake. It is in the head. Ota kandi Europe pushing before until the 30 years of war, religious war, when one Holy Roman Emperor, the second, Ferdinand II, attempted to impose Roman Catholic absolute, that everybody must be a Roman Catholic. The Protestants said no, we cannot accept it, and rebelled. I compare it today to the colonization of the caliphate. They don't. One thing with human beings is that they can never learn from history. Although I see it as a way of also deliverance. When Pharaoh was being told, let my people go, he thought that he is absolute. He has absolute power. I have power to control you to pronounce your life, your deaths, and your to allow you to live. Say, who is this God that will tell me? Do you know who is Pharaoh? You don't know that he is going somewhere. Something is leading him somewhere to deliverance of the people. Those that they thought that they are nothing, that they can kill all of them. I can slaughter all of you. The same way Nigerian politicians are, for them they are playing gods. I can call military, they kill everybody. They don't know that they are, when you are building house, foundation, pillar, you are strengthening the pillar with cement and gravel. The more they are killing, they are strengthening the people to be harder. They don't know that because they don't study history. And I see that if somebody is in certain positions of power, his head becomes another thing. Because as the saying goes, power corrupts. Power intoxicates or power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So whenever, when you are as a governor, you call us a rock, bring me military, they will send to you to kill your people. Now you believe that you are God. That is what is going on. I used to sometimes think like them, to know what is in their head, to reason. Let me imagine myself a governor now that call, military are protecting me. I can now just say, bring me 5 girls, fine girls, my personal assistant. Under 1 hour it is done. You select anyone you want. You can call and say, okay, bring military, and you see yourself as another thing, a god. That is one thing I see. They cannot control themselves. Do you remember when Nebuchadnezzar, according to the Bible story, when they call, they talk, they say he resembles God, or is it Herod? One Herod. And he turned into an animal. I think it's a Herod also happened in Herod. That one died immediately. But Nebuchadnezzar, when he talk, they say, hey, you resemble a God now, you are God. God struck him, he just bent down like an animal, enter into bush for 7 years. So when this Roman holy emperor, Ferdinand II, he didn't know that he will be a tool, very harsh. But that harshness will bring something good for the whole of Europe. That is why our people listening to my voice today, Biafrans and lovers of freedom, do not be dismayed for what the caliphate is doing in our land. People have done more than this in history. What we are going through is the time of how do you say it? When purification, or how do you call it? The word, I want to search for the word of gold. When you put it in fire, put the white mercury in order to turn it, you hit it, you are hitting it. It's not for the gold to die, no, but to bring out his real luster, the color, who really it is, to shine. Do you understand? When we talk about this thing, people that time, they were seeing things very difficult. But they didn't know that difficulty will bring out his pregnancy. It will born something very good that people are witnessing today and say, oh, thank God that such a thing happened that time. Otherwise, people would have continued thinking sheepishly. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. The Enlightenment ideas pushed European societies away from feudalism and absolute monarchies and towards societies based on liberty and equality. Do you understand? That 30 years of war, 30 years of war that broke the camel's bone. When the Europeans, they were killing themselves because of religion. What you believe. This one say, I'm Catholic. Oh, I want you must be Catholic. If not, they use sword and kill you. Boom. After the whole chaos, all killing, people dying, hunger, everything in the war, nothing. They started thinking and say, but why are we killing ourselves? Just for what I believe that I can guide it by myself and not trouble another person with it. That is where they say German writers started writing criticism about how things are going on. And that is where people now started reading and thinking and say, these people talk through. You see the way our leader started talking. When you hear it, you say, it's true. It's true. That is it. It's doing something in your brain because it's going directly into your skull to change the way you reason. As the saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. From the senseless 30 years of religious war, Europeans started finding fault in killing themselves just because of religion. Do you understand? Just because of religion, we are killing them. They say, no. You know, when you judge yourself, no person will judge you. They say we have been foolish. Oh, we foolish us. We are just dying in this beautiful world God created that we should turn into paradise. Now we are just killing ourselves for what we don't, for just what we believe, which is not proven to be real. You know, just I believe that there is a country somewhere, that is built of silver and gold and jasper, diamond. And another person said, no, it's not built with silver and gold. It was built with bitumen. War started. That is it. The argument broke into war. You start killing yourself. Are you not stupid? Europeans say, no, we are stupid. Hey, now wow, that is where eyes clear. From there, the time of enlightenment till today, Europeans, you know, when your eyes open, your religiosity reduces. You no more you can be spiritual but not religious. I said we talk about these two things: spirituality and religion. People are mixing them together. It's not true. They are not together. They are not the same at all. They are not the same. So, these 30 years of war in the 17th century is a religious conflict. Fought primarily in Central Europe. It remains one of the longest and most brutal wars in human history. If you understand? In human history, from 1618 to 1648. That is the thing. Because of one emperor, Holy Emperor Ferdinand II. He want to turn everybody, impose Roman Catholic onto you must. You know, there is no way you can control the beliefs of human beings. That is why when I look at all this Boko Haram ISIS, it makes me laugh. It's impossible. If you really believe that God, you are serving God, now why not? Don't you think that God you are calling and killing people for, he have the power to change everybody to become Christians or Muslim? Now why are you doing it for him? You know, that is, this question, just ask them. And they will be stuttering. You ask it to them. How do you think that Fulani, as a chief, is it what is the name of this the Fulani question which I have played here during the interview with Edmond? He said the Fulani, the Caliphate, they are the most stupid set of people. How do you think that you can just Fulanize turn everybody into, you put everybody under your leg in Nigeria, every indigenous population, and now you be on top and be happily there? Do you think that we are in the medieval period? Ottoman Danfodio, you know what used to make them, go gaga? When they tell them about Osman Danfodio, how only one person manipulated the whole house arrest with religion. And they make them believe that they will do it to everybody. They don't know that time is different. The Hausa people also, they are different because they don't think. They don't think well. It's not, Biafrans are different. They are a different set of people. So, stop living in Cloud Cuckoo land, the caliphate. I'm talking to you. Stop living in Cloud Cuckoo land that you will have absolute power. You will, subjugate everybody to your liking. It is impossible. It is impossible. Instead, everything will perish. It's impossible. Talk less of this jet age. This age we are in. If not the foolishness of some Igbo politicians, right from Azikiwe or even his father, till today, and some of us even inside IPOB that are trying to cause problem, because that is they are counting on this type of people. Otherwise, they are nothing. The caliphate, they are nothing. All they know is the old medieval time period. Now is the time of IT, information technology. Advanced technology. Where are they in advanced technology? What the caliphate knows is only natural resources. Digging, bringing out gold, diamond, the natural resources, or crude oil. Sell it and get money. Nothing more. Manipulate even laptop. They don't know. Phone that they can buy even $50,000 one phone. They don't even know how to manipulate it. So how do they think that they will just subjugate everybody and everywhere will be quiet and they will be on top, commanding in this age? Come on. It's impossible. So what am I trying to say? That these Europeans, they started thinking or entered into reasoning, the age of reasoning, because of the difficulties they faced. The war, the 30 years of war. Do you know what is 30 years? 30 years of senseless war, religious war between Roman Catholic and Protestant. And in it, they saw that they are stupid. We insult ourselves here so that we reason. We want to insult ourselves into reasoning. The Europeans did it. They condemn themselves and say, look, we are useless. We are just fighting for what? Religion. Something we don't. God, do we see God? You believe what you believe, no problem. And why should it be my worry? Why? In our land today, if I see people maybe arguing, and the Peter say, and the Paul say, you see two big men or big women arguing to fight, just go spit on them, say, you people are useless. You don't know anything. You are just arguing for something written, you don't even know how. It's just a book they give you, you read. You don't know the translation upon translation, how it come to you. You are just, are you okay? Are you okay? Just arguing to slap yourselves, to fight. So that my daughter will not marry your daughter because of his CMS. Are you okay at all? The Europeans, they judge themselves so that no person will judge them. And the result is the development, the advancement you are seeing in Europe today, because they started thinking in another way around. The most ugly part of it is that the same Europeans used the religion, use that religion also to chain us Africans, making us not to reason properly. Therefore, it is only us that could deliver ourselves, just as the Europeans delivered themselves via reorienting their reasoning. I want to play this so that Please listen attentively. This clip. He asked some questions of which I will also comment about it. He's a, so-called professor. He's a Nigerian. He talks some things and asks some questions, and I will comment about it. Listen.
Please lend me your ears and concentration for just 4 minutes. Now, for several years now, I've had the privilege and blessing of traveling, working with professionals and educating students across the world.
Now, he says he's educating students across the world. Yes, it's a credit. But where I find it absurd is, you are educating people. You will see the countries he's calling. In Europe, in China, I say, the people there, if I'm them, I will ask you, sir. So you know all these things. Why is your country a quagmire? Why can't you go back and start from your country first? But let's go on, please.
UK, China, Singapore, Malaysia.
He's educating people, students in UK, China, Singapore, Malaysia. You know, sometimes we should have shame as black race. Before you should do that, you first of all think about your because imagine one child, maybe in Singapore, ask him, sir, all these things you are telling us, oh, very fantastic, you know it, but where do you come from? He said, I'm from Nigeria. I said, but why didn't you do it in Nigeria? Why didn't you fix Nigeria before coming to educate us? You know, he will fall there. He will start fidgeting. He will start shaking. If any person, any child, any bright child challenge him. Continue.
South Africa, Greece, and counting. However, ever so often, I engage in soul-searching thoughts on Africa, Nigeria, our homeland, and the black race in general. You see, I can't seem to work out why, despite abundant human and natural resources and exemplary achievements of Nigerian professionals abroad, our nation remains backward in...
Let me answer the question. You say you don't understand why, despite the achievements of Nigerian professionals abroad, they are one of the best, yes. Despite the natural and human resources in Nigeria, everything is a quagmire. The answer is this: because Nigeria is not a country and should never be. Because we are merged forcefully, amalgamated with people with different value system. This man that is saying this, if he come back home, despite his progress in nation building or education, Alaye will tell him, oh God, waiting he carry, give me. Because of if you not give him maybe 1,000 naira, that Abro is ready to plunge a knife, a dagger into him just for refusing to give him 1,000 naira. And he will die. If he escape that, on the road, one useless Fulani police or military will stop him and say, who are you? Before he say, come on, answer me. You are speaking big grammar for me. I will kill you and nothing will happen. And he will cock gun and shoot him and he will die and nothing will happen. And he will die with his brain. If he escape that, Fulani headsmen, which they call bandits, will lay him on the road and kidnap him and cut off his neck. If he escape that, bad road, he will not know that that place is bad road, and he will drive prum and plunge into a gully and he will die. If he escape that, armed robbers will get him and cook him. Kidnappers, the same thing. If he say, okay, he has reached home, He will go to church. The men of God will tell you, oh, as a person, I saw vision. Don't worry, sow seed though. You have to sow seed, otherwise you will die. They will hold him in that mental stress. Somebody that come from abroad, why are you giving us just 10,000 naira? One of my friends, he said it. So he go, the pastor, they thought that he will give them 1 million. He just bring out, just to satisfy his mother. Bring out whether 10,000. Give the church, and the pastor, their face change. All these are adding to our, tribulations as human beings. You don't know? You don't know? Before you know it, even pastor can hire robbers. Say this man, he get tight hand. You don't know that he's organized by so-called man of God. But I go get him. Take anything, because we are in a quagmire. That is the reality. We are we are in a quagmire, in a mess. People don't understand the mess we are in. People don't understand. Let us continue listening.
All indices of human progress. Look, recently, a 1988 statement by William Botha of the apartheid South Africa challenged me to tears. Now, he said, black people cannot rule themselves because they don't have the brain and mental capacity to govern a society. You give them guns, they'll kill themselves.
Now, what he said here, I can agree and disagree with him, honestly speaking. When they say black people don't have the mental capability to rule themselves, I say no. I can disagree. Do you know why? In one part, it can be right, but in another part, I disagree. Do you know why? He said, give them gun and they'll kill themselves. Why should you give them gun in the first place? Why shouldn't they manufacture gun? You know, when you do something, when you work hard to achieve something, you know the value. Do you understand? You will respect and cherish it. You see, during the genocidal war against us, Biafrans, they push us to the extent we have no help. We have to repel the war being imposed on us. We have to go. No person. They know the tell man. We do something or we die. All of us die. So you see people bringing their talent. Now that time people understand the importance of collectivity. You understand? That thing you know how to do. You come out, oh boy, I know how to do this. So. One of my uncles, he said, if that time, if they conscript you as a Biafran military, all of you will go. Now they will start roll call. They will say, if you have any handwork, come this side. Any handwork at all, come this side. Of the whole conscripts. Now, people that learn even bricklaying, because all are now important. Because collectivity is now what we want. It's no more individualistic. No individualism. No. It's now collectivity. Now that thing you learn, you think it don't mean anything. Even to cook, so they come out. So what? I'm a cook. I can cook. Okay, you are important. Now those that don't have any single hand work, they are different. They are the people first of all to be trained and sent to the war front. These ones, what do you learn? Now I'm a bricklayer. Okay, it's okay. Because we need building. You can build something. We need, everything you think that before is not important. It don't matter. It's now important for collective use. I'm mechanic. Hey, oh yeah, stay this side. What are you? I'm a driver. I can drive. Oh, okay, good. What are you? I am a welder. I am this. The whole works because it is now collectivity. There now you understand the importance of collectivity. This one will be doing like this. What are I'm a teller. It's important. Every profession, every handwork now is important. Because they will dispatch you to where it is being needed. That's why in the airport, the tarmac will be bombed now. Within 3 hours, it is being repaired. Who do you think that are doing it? Under barrage of bombardment. It is those handwork people that are okay between and around, you know, because we are pushed. So why should they give us gun? That is the first insult. The man said, give them gun, they will kill themselves. Why should they give us gun? If he has said, if they manufacture gun, they will kill themselves, it would have been, you know, palatable. But say, who is giving us gun? Don't we have a head to manufacture gun? Because when you manufacture it, you know the procedure, you go the process of manufacturing. Now you use it in a way that it is needed. That is it. But when you all of a sudden, you see, if you go to homes of some people, even Europeans today, you will still see this old telephone, you know, the land phone that you dial. But you see, it is still there. You know, they are not like us that, you know, we enter from a center. No, they start from the scratch. They start from the scratch. That is why you see antiquity cars, you know, the first Mercedes, they are it costs a lot of money. They will tell you the price. Because it reminds them how they started. You now that is using smartphone, you didn't even, did Nigeria even use a landline? The time, is it, what do you call that? Abiola use, what do you call that, the company? Is it TTC? Oh. Who from to get Lagos from Aba or to get Owerri from Aba is you spend the whole night, day and night, dialing. But the people that manufactured it, they know. That is why now you go, even in our land, you never see that type of phone. I'm giving you an example. Because we didn't know the value. Because we didn't do it. People that did it, that manufactured it, they knew the value. That is why they conserve it. The white people, they conserve all these things, all those old things, the way they started. The early car, the early, you know, early things, even a gramophone, they still conserve it. Restore it and keep it. Because it reminds them of how they started. But you that they just go buy it, even this old one, you throw it. You don't know the value. You don't know what it cost them. Do you understand? Even the flight, when they have aeroplane, biplane, they call it biplane with double wings, up and down. You know, it reminds them how they started. How they started, people that died because of this, because of how you can in internet you can book your flights online. Just, you know, take your code number, bam, and go. You didn't know how people suffered, died. Many people died before they reach where you are today. You are enjoying it. Do you see why the Europeans look down on us? He said, give them gun and they will kill themselves. Why should they give us gun? Why shouldn't we manufacture? Because if we manufacture now, we will be able to use it judiciously. Let's go on, please.
Give them power, they will loot the treasury. Give them independence and democracy, they will use it to promote tribalism.
Why should you give us democracy, independence? Why? Is it not our human right? Is it not natural to us? Why should somebody come and give it to us? Okay, let me give you an example. When George Bush wanted to impose a democracy on Arab countries, what happened? Is it not anarchy? because that is not their system. People are saying that Africans, we are tribalistic. This is who we are, whether you like it or not. That is why our leader said smartly that, look, if Biafra comes, we will no more be answering states, or we answer a John nation, Igbo nation, Efik nation, because that 10 people think that is a taboo. Why are you tribalistic? We become officially tribalistic to make it advantageous, so that others could learn that thing they say, the same way a French person will, proudly call himself a French. Why can't I call myself an Igbo man? Why? For what? From Igbo nation. Why? And when you do, they say, yeah, he's a tribal person. That is rubbish. We are trying to live into a world created for us by British. Our late General Ojuku said it. So we have tried, we Biafrans, we tried to live in a Nigeria that has been imposed on us by Britain, but we couldn't, because that is not our way of life. Why should we be, every time they say Africans are tribalistic and Europeans are not, right? They are not, right? But see a German person now, call him English person. Oh, I know you are English. He will say, no. I'm a German. We speak your thought to you to make sure, to tell you that he's not an English person. Vice versa. You see Spanish, tell him you are Italian. He said, no, I'm not a Spanish, I'm Italian. But he's not tribalistic. Do you see how they turn our heads? Do you see it? When you do what they do, they say, no, you are tribalistic, but they are not. And France is a country. Spain is a country of its own. Do you see it? Now, is it not better we officialize our way of life? Our way of life. Yesterday, I preached about how they cut our civilization. They cut and demonize it into us today. In CBD. Our writing, our way of writing, our own alphabet. Now they demonize it. Do you understand? They demonized it and use religion and say, no, this is devilish. It's a language of the witches. Don't do it. Now we entered our heads. It's stuck there. When you pray, you say, ancestral spirit, I cancel you out. I destroy you by fire. You don't know you are destroying yourself. You don't know. Somebody like King Leopold II. Are they not ancestors today? That murdered, do you know what it means to kill 15 million people? Slave masters that came and take us slaves, but took us, after taking us, after killing us, they go and pray to Mary and Jesus. Kneel down and pray. No, they are not bad ancestors, right? We allow ourselves to be turned upside down. They stopped our civilization. Arab persevered and continued their civilization. That is why they are going. I mean, they are moving on, advancing. After all, they are not democratic. China, they're democratic. Why should we be imposed anything they impose on us? No, we are always babies. Baby feed African. They don't know how to run a government. No. Because what we are running is not our natural system. You impose Nigeria on us and say you must be Nigerians, and we are all dying and taking it. We are Nigerians, Nigeria. But okay, you are Nigerian. Say yes, but which are you, Igbo or Yoruba? You say I'm Yoruba. You say Bawo. He's a Yoruba person like it. But we are Nigerians, so because that is not our way. Everything is imposed on us, and we accepted it. That is where we are foolish. Do you understand? Other people that were imposed the same thing. India was imposed as a very big zoo in Asia, but they separated naturally. Do you understand? Mahatma Gandhi that was looking for a bigger India, he was killed by a Hindu extremist, which is good today. They saw the advantage today. They are seeing they are reaping the good result today. That is why sometimes, action of one person, it can change the whole thing. In future, people will start, thanking the person. Mahatma Gandhi, who is a very peaceful, very good man, but he was soliciting for India and Pakistan to be together as one big country, because many of them like that big thing, the father of big nation. That is what they want, what they care. One Hindu extremist said, look, these people are Muslims. In the future, we will be having problems. We cannot stay together. And he had a chance and turned down Mahatma Gandhi. Whether they kill him or not, that is not his problem. He has fulfilled his mission. That's it. And that thing they are seeing, that is what made Pakistan and India to separate. The catalyst to the chagrin of the British. That is why how will say that he will come to send look at come. What happened in Asia should not happen in Africa. Hold these people tight. Look at how Katrina Liang is going around to telling people how Nigeria will be good. Don't worry. Carry your cross. It's okay. What type of people don't think? How can Nigerians don't think? A foreigner will come in, people, your country will be okay. And you are dying. You are crying. Look at the tape I played before. And he's encouraging you. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Because he don't want you to take your destiny in your own hand. Always a baby. They are baby feeding us. We don't know how to run a government, so teach them. We don't know how to behave like human beings. Teach them. Is it not high time we Africans, we indigenous people in Nigeria should at least show outsiders that we can reason? That is what we preach here. Reorienting your way of reasoning. Let us continue listening, please.
Ethnicity, bigotry, hatred, killings, and wars. Now, fellow citizen, let me challenge you. Have you, your leaders or government, proved this racist South African wrong since the statement in 1988? Think about that. You see, we are the only race that is ready and willing to sacrifice meritocracy, national development and progress, to favor protection of tribal and religious loyalty.
Do you know why? Because we are not the same. We are being forced to in a quagmire where some parts believes in Sharia, others believe in secularity. How can you develop in that side? If you play gentle, others will steal everything. You say, oh boy, let me become a thief. Why will I be playing gentle? Others, they are stealing. Nah, if I stay here like this, I will die. Or I will become mumu. Let me steal. That is what is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country. Do you understand? It's never a country, neither a nation, as this man is wrongly purporting it to be. The basic roots of the problem is people, we are forced together, people without same value system. We don't have same vision. You understand? It's just like you marry a woman or a husband that is not, it doesn't have the same vision with you. You are talking east, he's talking west. That marriage cannot move on. You people must be agreeing in whatever. That's how the marriage will go on. Now, how can you tell me people that believe in religion or Sharia say that if I see you as an infidel, that I can kill you, no problem. And you are there playing a chicken. That's, oh, please, my own religion say, if you slap me, I turn the other side. He will kill you. If you slap you, turn the other side. He's even looking for excuse to kill you. He will bring out knife and kill you. Do you understand? That is lack of value system. That is what all these so-called intellectuals, what they don't understand. They will call Nigeria, oh, our Nigeria. But you are Nigeria. 13 states are practicing Sharia. What type of confusion is that? Whereas you say you look at the Minister of Justice. Is he not a Sharia lawyer? Did he know anything about common law secularity? Now, and people will be saying, oh, where is the problem coming from? Why can't we progress? How can you progress in a confusion? How? Tell me how. When one person is drawing this side, going east, another person is drawing going west, another person is drawing south, another person is drawing going north. Instead, how can you move instead of going one direction? People with the same vision, the same value, you move towards one direction. Look at Europe, that even is Christianity or Christian, but they fought. They fought because one is Protestant, the other one is Protestant is Anglican, the other one is a Catholic, and they fought wars. Talk less of people that some believe that you need to be a pedophile. Your religion, admits, he accepts it. Another one say, but I'm obeying the law. The law of our country say no. How can you reconcile these two things? Intellectuals you have in Nigeria, they don't reason profoundly. They're just talking of saying simple things up. They don't go down to the basics. That is where I become baffled. I say, look, I conclude that really people, it doesn't matter intellectuals, so they never reached that level of enlightenment that will make them to start reasoning from the grassroots, from the scratch. Why is this? Because Nigeria, we started on a wrong footing. Nigeria is not supposed to be. You understand? Because when you cannot put lion and sheep in the same cage, it is impossible. Somebody will come and say, are you crazy? Because the lion will kill it. There will be violence. You put the carnivores different, put it together, put the herbivores together, and there will be peace, no problem. But when you put one, put the other one, two different things together that oppose themselves, one will see the other one as meat. Now you say that you will continue, with progress. Come on, let us continue listening.
Despite the recycling consequences before us since independence. Take a look at the literacy rate of Nigeria. At 62% national average for adults in general, and 65.1% for young adults of 15 to 24. One expects informed national decisions with positive national impacts on, for example, the quality of the elected national leaders. Not really in our case. We are not moved by the economic and security realities and human suffering in our nation. We are not moved by the quality of our leaders or how and why the black man is being ridiculed worldwide, providing our tribe, political party, or religion controls political power. That's shameful. Even our highly educated professionals and media outlets, North and South, keep a blind eye to the realities of the Nigerian state for tribal, religious, and personal enrichment considerations. Yet, we wonder why our nation remains the poverty capital of the world. Yet, we wonder why the black race is increasingly undervalued and humiliated across the world. Who did this to us? Who did this to us? Do you ever ask this question? COVID-19 has exposed the state of our nation and the fellow citizen.
I will stop it here because this type of people, they only good in speaking grammar. As I said, they don't go to the root cause. All is to, speak so that people will see them. Oh, nah, they are professors, so wow, clap, listen, clap. The only solution or the cause of our problem is divergent values. Yes, he made some points, but he failed to address the root cause. You calling Nigeria a nation? You are an intellectual. Nigeria is never a nation, never even a country. It's a contraption. That many indigenous populations, many nations were forced to live in that contraption. Not for their own good, not. But just to, to be there, as if a country is existing, so that the creator of Nigeria will be having its milking and having its benefits with his cronies, the handlers, the caliphate handlers, and their junior agents, other politicians of non-caliphate politicians, non-Fulani politicians. That is anything. How can you be asking, why are we not progressing? Why our illiteracy rate and this and that? What is arrant nonsense? You see what is happening in Nigeria. They use media to block the brain of our people. You see, media and religion. Media and religion. This is a tool, an evil tool in the hands of the caliphate. I don't know whether you understand what I say. Media, Nigerian media, is an evil tool, demonic. And you see religion also. As far as Nigeria is concerned, look at the governors. Anyone that opposes on him doesn't he attend the churches? Doesn't he attend churches and even stay in altar? Somebody that shouldn't be there as a governor. Let's say under normal circumstance. Everybody know that he was put there, imposed there, but they will make altar, available for him to come. He will kneel down and take a Holy Communion. What is the difference now between us now and the time of the Holy Roman Empire? Holy Emperor Ferdinand II that brought the worst war in Europe. What is the difference? Because he's a governor now, he come, he wear white, he go and they take somebody that is slaughtering people. And you see the clergy will be there preaching and allow him to preach and, check. There is a very big problem in our head. That is why we are going to towards that direction, in order to make sure that we reset the orientation of our way of reasoning. That is the only thing that delivered the Europeans, nothing more. A time comes, you start thinking about your life. That is exactly what happened in the lives of the Europeans. As the time comes, they started thinking, they started reasoning about, there is a way as a human being, as somebody. When you are growing up, if you grow up with your parents, you will even think that even these people, they are talking too much against you. They are, every time. But little did you know that all these things they are telling you will be advantageous as time comes. But because of juvenile delinquency, because of your age, you'll be behaving anyhow. But a time will come, for example, you now move out of your parents. You go, you jump one thing, disappointment. You jump one thing or the other, one disappointment on the other. Now you come back, sit down, started thinking. You see the words of your mother and father will be re-echoing in your ear, inside, in your mind. You say, okay. And it's that time now you start taking the advice they gave you maybe 10 years back. You start taking the advice. Okay, they told me this. Yeah. Because you reach that maturity, you start thinking about your life. That is what we want us Africans, mostly we Biafrans, to do. Start thinking. Because let me tell you, You see, Biafra, they impose to call dots. I said it yesterday. The dots is the powerhouse of a circle. Do you know a cell, the mitochondria, the powerhouse that where it is happening? From there, anything that happens inside the nucleus, the mitochondria, that is where everything is being broken down. Now you see, from there, everything will start expanding, sending food to the cells, to the periphery. That is how we are. And that is who we are. The problem of black race is miniaturized in us in Nigeria. Once we're able to conquer it, we are the mitochondria, the powerhouse. Now you see, once we solve our problem, you see the problem will start moving, spreading. The solution will start spreading. The whole circumference will start spreading to the black race. That is how it is. Because look at the way the Europeans imposed countries, boundaries, without consulting us, the indigenous, the Africans. They just went on Berlin conference and did it, and now came and started imposing, killing our people for their boundary. That is the way the caliphate imposed states. They didn't consult anybody. Any creation of state, they were just from Dodan Barak. They created from Dodan Barak. They would just Babangida will just take. Please measure from this place to this place. Okay, here now will be called Anambra. The other side, Imo. The other, just like that. We are not informed, and all of a sudden we started accepting. I'm Rivers, I'm Anambra, I'm Imo. You start fighting your fellow brother because of a boundary that is being imposed on you. You see why I say that we are the nucleus. God knows everything, why things are like this. You understand? Because once we deliver ourselves, you see, problem will start, things will start, it will start spreading. That is the deliverance of Africa. This is where I'm going to stop and open my lines. Therefore, as every indigenous populations are all victims of Fulani jihadism in Nigeria, it is time to reorient our ways of reasoning into permanently getting out of this ugly quagmire, which we find ourselves in a Nigeria formed by Britain and handed over to the caliphate. Total liberation starts with this awakening being preached here on Radio Biafra London, and to make sure that this amalgamation chain called Nigeria is broken so that we could develop in our various spaces and not through the dictates of any foreign body. I will stop here so that I will open my lines. I will go on few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open my lines. Don't go away.
Enjoy for a night.
Thank you, Lord.
Or joy coming in the morning. Destiny can only be delayed or cannot be denied. Don't give up in your struggle. Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way.
Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way.
Your blessings are on the way.
Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way. Oh, your miracle is on the way.
No matter your condition, no matter your challenges,
Never give up.
no matter your situation, no matter the calamity,
Never give up.
He's the God of the last minute miracle.
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 Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way.
Don't give up. Your miracle is
your suffering, no matter the trouble, no matter your sickness, no matter the emptiness, He's a God of signs and wonders. He's a God of signs and wonders. No matter your condition, no matter your challenges, never give up. No matter your situation, no matter the calamity, never give up. He's the God of the last minute miracle. 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 Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way. Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way. Never lose hope. Your blessings are on the way. Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way. Jump, 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 jump. No matter your suffering, no matter the trouble, no matter your sickness, no matter the emptiness, He's a God of signs and wonders. He's a God of signs and wonders. Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way. Don't give up. Your miracle is on the way.
How do I mean? Mazi Johnathan. It is a revolution and revolution now. Through revolution, we are going to get what we want. Ona tomoto na gusimago ike. Onye ọbụla bụ onye amara Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ekwesịrị ịkọwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ na-atọ m ụtọ etu isi mara ya. The way you vibrate is the way our leader vibrates. I thank you. I love the way you vibrate. I love your reasons and your capacity to talk. Mazi Johnathan, it is a revolution, civil disobedience, or whatever name. Through that we get freedom is not giving. It is not giving, but taking. We are going to take it from Britain and England this time around. Through revolution, we are going to grill them. We grill them. We squeeze them. We suffocate them. How shall we do it? Mazi Johnathan, I want you to relay my message to DOS, our headquarters. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started with the 7 apostles, the members of PAS. Christ started and conquered the whole world with the 12 apostles. 7 apostles is what Nnamdi Kanu is working with. Those who know him, these apostles. How are we going to do it? Relay my message to DOS. We are going to grill Britain and England. DOS shall bring us a date. All our people in diaspora shall converge. It will be called African Spring. The whole of Africans, those lovers of freedom, and the Biafra and in diaspora, we will converge.
Non c'è Natale senza amici.
Stiamo insieme e stiamo felici.
Non c'è festa senza Zanzibar.
Weepy men do it for a night.
Thank you,
For
Lord.
joy cometh in the morning. Destiny can only be delayed or cannot be denied. Don't give up in your struggle.
Number 3, in Britain and England, we shall stay there and present our demands to them. What are our demands? 1, our demands number 1 is this: unconditional and immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. 2, let Britain and England give us a date of referendum and the date of Biafra independence. Now, these three major things we presented to them. Unless they are able to attend to those problems, we shall not leave their compounds or wherever. Let them arrest us and put us to prison. But by so doing, we shall draw the whole world to our attention, so that we get whatever we want. Our freedom, our homeland, our motherland, our surname Biafra shall be restored. That is what I suggest. It is started in Arab. It is called Arab Spring. So that Mazi of Egypt went down. In Yemen, all the Arab world, they free themselves. We are going. Remember, in Biafra, Africa is buried. Unless Biafra is restored, Africa is heading nowhere. Now, I don't like the way most of our broadcasters on Radio Biafra do stuff. They are calling on the people and all these people who are our arch enemies. Let us not regret about them. They are our arch enemies. They made sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house was invaded. They are not our enemies. They are our enemies. We are not going to remember them for anything. Rather, we shall work against them because they are working against us. Let us not be regretting about not getting them. We don't need them. We don't need them. Sometime ago, let some people to Buhari. I asked myself, did they consult Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before going there? Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pick them to go and speak that time where they are speaking?
Thank you, Mazi.
They don't know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At any point, they not saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not discuss him.
Thank you.
That man is divinity. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is divinity. IPOB is divine. I do write on Facebook. Go to my write-up in Facebook.
Mazi, thank you. Can you hear me? Are you hearing me?
And that is what I learned from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless our leader, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Give him protection. And
thank you very much. I don't like when people are comparing, the way you talk. You are vibrating, please. You see, there is one character I see in our people. These praises, I hate it, and that is why our people are proud. Call me, go straight to the point. Our leader is incomparable, please, and we have not gotten our country. We have a nation to restore. Please. Let us listen to the message, go direct to the message, not the way it is being delivered. It doesn't matter. Please. These are little mistakes, I could say. We must continue. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes. Welcome to the program.
Mazi Johnathan, God bless you. I'm Israel. From Aba.
Go on.
I want to thank you.
It's our relay station FM working in Aba, right? You're listening to it.
Yes, I'm listening from our relay station, and that is what I want to commend the people that are in charge, the doers, and even you people. Sometimes we are off, and we are as if we were in darkness, and a lot of things are being done in secret here. We don't even know some because the radio is not on. But I want to suggest that whosoever that are concerned, let him make sure, let him be proactive in making sure that we know what is going on in Radio Biafra. That will help us to be able to know what is at stake. As of the message today, my brother, you are awesome. I thank you for opening our eyes. Like you used to do. Today is another fine topic which we needed to hear because of how the situations of things that we are into. We want to liberate ourselves. It is not with just mere talking like many people are talking and praising and now. We have democracy. We are still in war front everywhere in in the southeast. It's war front now. People, the soldiers, the military, they are going everywhere. In fact, reducing people, making people very small. If you see how they are treating people, you pity for our people over here. But we really want to thank God because of eye opener. You people are opening our eyes, and we really want to thank you. God bless you, Jishikeno.
Remain blessed too. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on, let me pick this call on direct line. Call on direct line, can you hear me? Today the direct line is going. Some. They're not filtering it. Can you hear me? Call on direct line. Are you there?
Yes, can you hear me, sir?
The whole world is hearing you. Please go on.
Jonathan, Jonathan. Life for life. We don't need this shit. Jonathan. That's all over the world. I am telling you people, how do you know people? If you think you can stop the restoration of Biafra, I'm a beggar. I need that. I'm a beggar. Doesn't bring out the whole we are you cannot say that. No matter the technical, we check the whole world. If you get to that's not a friend of why they would not. You think we don't know why. Let's think we not with the regular that. You decide to kill a little. You tell them you're the same doctor to kill it. They don't kill us. We get and I got nothing. That's nothing. It's making sure that no blood of Biafra. Clearly was up for the Biafra. You go below the generation of Biafra. It's not the generation of Almighty God of Biafra. But the man who is going on one. Then I think that they are very Genesis of 4 from verse 1 to end. Then we have not ready to religion. We are Christian people. We're not even church. Then I think about them. Then I feel number chapter 27. Number chapter 27 from verse 1 to end. Then I say chapter 7 verse 1 to end. Then I discuss about them. Then not the kind of thing you know. I mean, they just challenge you. The structure is where is that cash to this laptop? This on your book and I'll book on again. The government is that time. We're not like that. Nada. Then I think of this. Then I know that I'm not. That's okay. Then I can stop that. From the church, chapter 4. You can they cannot you cannot go in the black. The whole world is very different. With the drag of Gaza, with the drag keke, with the drag our Henishaka. No. Welcome to the matches. What is going on to Zambia? They kill us to talk about for innocent killer. Then I what the rest of the not the shit. We are the big animal. I didn't tell you the first mention. Tell the shot, this man of Biafra, that they will not have to be like. Don't to the man. Get up, around. If you only want to take you to a high town, we will start one of that. You are
There we Mazi. Oh, hey, Biafra. There we. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Thank you for holding on. Caller on Signal, hold on, I'll come to you. Caller on WhatsApp, go on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, man.
Welcome to the program. Okay.
So very much.
Please, can you raise your voice? I don't know. Are you using earpiece? You remove it, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, it's clear now. Oh, Mazi Obina, is it? A long time. What happened?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to apologize for this long exit.
Go on, it's part of it.
But I'm still with you, but I haven't been able to call on your program just because of some confusion.
Okay, go on. There we.
Mazi Johnathan, thank you so much. I appreciate you for today. I joined you while you're already on the program, but I didn't quite pick the topic of the program. But I can place my hands on where you are going. If you don't mind to remind me of the topic of the program before I comment.
The topic just facing the reality.
Expecting the reality. Thank you very much.
Facing the reality.
Facing the reality. Okay. Thank you so very much. You took your time to explain so many variables. You play the the audio record, you analyze it, you touch so many sensitive areas. But Mazi Johnathan, before I comment, I want to give you about 5 quotes about freedom. And I want you, in one of the quotes will shock you about who I'm going to give you his name that made this quote on freedom. Mazi Johnathan, you can't believe that Adolf Hitler of Germany made a quote of freedom. You know what he said? He said, in the course of history, no people have ever been given freedom like a present. And if freedom did not cost anything, then no peoples would ever keep it. Freedom has a high price, and men must ever struggle to preserve it. Mazi, you can't believe it's Adolf Hitler that made this quote on freedom. He understood what freedom meant for the German, even though he did not live up to the freedom that he was talking about, because he led the German into another different kind of life. But I don't want to go into that. Mazi, there's another man that spoke about freedom. His name is George Washington. He says, liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. You know, there's another man called Kahil Gibran. He says, life without liberty is like a body without spirit. Mazi, I want to give you another one before I give you my submission. I made this myself. I said, freedom is priceless, and its cost is incalculable. We must continue to pay any price it takes to restore the Biafra Republic from Nigeria. Mazi, freedom, no matter how expensive it is better to fight for freedom than to live in castration. Mazi, now it brings me up into what you mentioned. You know why sometimes when I look at Nigeria, Mazi, I laughed. When I look at our elites, I laughed. When I look at those people that call themselves political elites, those that call themselves professors, I don't have a problem with them, but they have not come to understand the originality of the problem that we face in Nigeria. And this problem is what the whole black race is facing. They have not come to understand the makeup of Nigeria. That is why they always come to the media and give speeches and give us scholarly speeches that has no solution on it. The guy you presented today, he speaks very well, but he never mentioned what the root cause is. All he keep talking about, our nation is this, our nation is this, education is this, we are enlightened, we are this. No, our problem is simple. Our problem is simple. The Europeans found us in our natural state, and they composed us to become who they want us to be. This is our problem. And the earlier we fought to break away from who they wanted us to be and become who we naturally are, the better for us. There's something you highlighted, Mazi, and I held it so high. You said in Nigeria, the biggest problem in Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa, is the media and religion. Mazi, religion is the biggest problem in Africa. Then in Nigeria is composed of the media and religion. The biggest part of it is religion. Mazi, I wish we could spend more time to discuss about religion and tell our people what religion means. Religion does not make you a better man. It doesn't. But I'm not going to go there. Mazi, you mentioned something about the age of enlightenment. I wish we could have more time to educate our people about the age of enlightenment. I will subscribe that we make out a program where we will spend hours, even 2 hours, to explain to our people how the Europeans came out from the shackles of poverty, shackles of slavery among themselves, and led the mission of enlightenment, which they call the Enlightenment Age or Age of Reason. Mazi, during that time, I want to mention something to you. It says, during that time, keywords that our people need to pick from what the Europeans went through. Because what we are going through, they have went through that process and they became modern human. But Africa refused. They are afraid to go through the same process to become a better person. The biggest problem Africa faces today, the biggest worry I have with Nigeria especially is this. Africa has a place to learn, but they refuse to learn. That is the biggest problem. The Europeans are laughing at us. The Europeans, when they liberated themselves, they did not have a place to learn. They manufactured solutions by themselves. They didn't learn from anywhere. They just rose up and begin to have reasoning and begin to become better. But Africa of today, we have history to learn from. We can learn from the Europeans. We can learn from the Jews. We can learn from different wars that have taken place and become a better people. But we are not learning. But I'll summarize today. The age of enlightenment, in summary, says European politics, philosophy, science, and communications were radically reoriented during the course of the long 18th century as part of a movement referred to by its participants as the age of reasoning. Mazi, remember you mentioned reorientation of our mind. This is our problem. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keep telling them this. He keep telling us this. When Biafra comes, we will revitalize everything in every person in Biafra. Because Nigeria syndrome has destroyed who we are as a person. Nigeria syndrome has bastardized every humanity in us. Everyone in Biafra land, and especially in Igbo land, we have become egoistic, proud, individualistic, and we have forgotten about humanity. Everything we do is about pride and how I will become on top, praise. We have forgotten about communalism, how our great ancestors used to live. It's all about all of us before one person. There is never anything that is about one person. It's about all of us. The welfare of all of us in the community. And that is what we have lost. And you mentioned this orientation. Every one of us must pass through this process of reorientation, both in politics, both in philosophy, both in religion, both in communication. We must radically change the way our people reason, because this is the biggest problem we have. How can somebody be proud to say, I am from Nigeria? God forbid if there's a God. How can you say you are from Nigeria? An entity that was created by a man that has no basis in life. And a professor in Nigeria is sitting down defending the indefensible. But it is, I can't figure this out when I'm thinking. I can't figure it out. I want to conclude with this quote, Mazi. Thank you so much for the time. Mazi, remember, freedom, Mazi, let me tell our people why we are fighting for freedom. They don't know. Let me tell them what freedom can do to us. Freedom liberates the mind, and freedom gives you the ability to be anything you want to be in the world. Today, Israel restored back the state of the Jews restored back the state of Israel. Today they can be what they want to be in life. Do you know that the Israelis are training Indians of a population of 1.2 billion. They are training their Air Force team and their military team. Israel of less than 10 million is training a country of 1.2 billion in Air Force, in a Marine, and in military ground. Israel. Why? Because they have been able to achieve freedom that liberated them to become anything they want to be. A few days ago, Israel has completed a war between them and their neighboring country. I can't remember if it is Syria or what. That war transcends underneath and above. And that war contains technology that can dictate any excavation that you will build that will pass through Israel ground. Because of what? They have achieved freedom that liberates them from being anything they want to be. And again, I continue to say, freedom creates ingenuity. Freedom creates invention. Freedom creates wealth. And freedom grows a nation. You know, our people think that they are wealthy in business, in commerce, and in academy. No, we are not. Mazi, if we achieve the freedom we are fighting for, our people will become the greatest machines of all time in the world, both in the area of commerce, both in the area of ingenuity, invention, both in the area of creation. That is where we are going to be, the level we are going to be. But our people are short-sighted by the mere millions and billions that they are extracting from the Nigerian wealth, and they forgot the biggest part of it, which is freedom. And Mazi, thank you so much. We will continue to preach this freedom, Mazi, never stop. Thank you. Continue to preach this freedom. If we will take more 5, 2, 3, 4 years, we will consistently do this until we liberate our people and restore Biafra and restore our dignity, so that our people will be free and free to move around everywhere they want to move. Mazi, I'm so sorry that I want to add this. It has nothing to do with this, but I want to add it just to let Nigerians know that they are living in shambles and stupidity. Mazi, a few days ago, England, Britain put Nigeria in a red list. Nigeria that has only three what you call this variant? Omicron variant. Nigeria has only 3. At the time they were put on red list, Britain has almost 100 and something in their list. Nigeria and Britain, which one? Who is more dangerous to which country? Is it not Britain? But they put Nigeria in the red list. Nigerian leaders do not respond. They sheepishly accepted that position. And because of that, other countries went and put Nigeria in the red list. Now they are reacting based on that. It shows you the level of idiocy, the level of incompetency in the leadership of Nigeria. This is why we want to leave Nigeria and establish our own nation called Biafra, so that we can determine how our people live, so that we can protect our people.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much. And have a wonderful evening. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Caller on signal, thank you for holding on, Mazi. Can you hear me? Caller,
yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. I
can hear you, Mazi.
For 15 minutes.
No problem, my brother. Thank you so much for also picking my call. This is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria. By the special grace of God, I am the IPOB Austria National PRO. Mazi Johnathan, I say Chukwuka will bless you and keep on giving you wisdom and understanding, that you keep on preaching this gospel. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Biafra must be restored. I will not forget to extend my warm greetings to my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who has made me who I am today, that I can be able to see things and reason. I can be able to hear things also, to articulate, to know exactly what that thing is talking about. Chukwu Kabema, please see him through in this situation. All of us have found ourselves that in no due time he will come out and join us once again to make sure that Biafra will be restored. This is my prayer this evening, and so shall it be in the name of Chukwu Kabema. He said. Mazi Johnathan, the last caller really spoke so eloquently, and I thank you for giving him that opportunity for him to really say the way it is. Some people think that what we are doing here is only talk. We are not. It is true talk that God Almighty created the world, and it is through this true talk. Anything that we want to achieve in life, it is true talk. It must come to actualization, and we must keep on talking. It doesn't matter how long it takes to. After all, you said it here or some time ago that South Sudan fought for how many, over 30 good years before they achieved their
39 years.
It doesn't matter. Any idiot can come here and say we talk and talk. If you don't want to listen, go and sit down. If you think what we are doing here, we are not doing it right, you have every right also to go and do it the way you think is better. IPOB has been created in this way that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what makes him today, that all over the world listen to his voice, people sit down with their family and listen to him because of the wisdom Chukwu Kabema gave to him, and it is true talk. He never harass anybody, he never change anybody, he never force you to listen to him, but it is the same true talk that people listen, and all of us are behind him. Millions are behind him today, fighting for this cause that Chukwu Kabema will use him to place in every one of us. Today we are all pregnant about Biafra. Everybody wants Biafra, most especially we that are here in diaspora. We need even the Biafra more than those at home, because sometimes when we see the life we are living here, we get upset. When we see the challenges our children are facing here, we feel so upset that what are we doing here for the first time? It's because of how Nigeria has prevent people not to have a good life. Prevent people to suffer. They can kill you whenever you come up to say things the way it's supposed to be. They will go against you. It is the only country I have seen in my life. This country is a killer of the destiny of our own people. If you grow up, they see that you want to grow for good, they will destroy you. Look at what they are doing over there. No, everybody is living in fear. Even the so-called bandits, the so-called North now are calling for help. Tell me where you stay in that country. We've been saying it and keep on saying it. Earlier, the better these people release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, earlier for them, because what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is calling is for the good of every indigenous people in that country called Zoological Republic. That all of them will begin to have good life again. We've even liberating people who don't even want to liberate themselves. He's a good man. He never come to fight for only Biafra alone. He said he wants every indigenous people of that country called Nigeria to begin to reason again like a human being, for them to be free from this captivity that British have kept all of us together. Take people that has nothing to do together, put them together. Today we are killing ourselves, and they are there in London rejoicing. Mazi, I just saw something that really make me so wonder this evening, that a man wanted to jump from the bridge, want to kill himself in London. If you see how they were petting him, people grabbed him, just only one man. If you see how they grabbed this man, you rope, tie him, doing everything necessary to secure him not to die. But there in that Zoological Republic, they are killing people in thousands, in hundreds. They are not saying anything about it. Why? Because it's black people, they don't care. But if one of their own die, even if a cat die in London, you will see it in newspaper. What type of life are we living? Everybody should stand up. It is the right time for us to begin to do the needful. It's either Biafra or Biafra. It's either they give us Biafra or all of us will die, because this life we are living, we want nothing without Biafra. Mazi Johnathan, I want to thank you so much, my beloved brother, for the good work you are doing. And I'm asking, please, all Austrian family, we know the tax in our hand. We keep on supporting GOS, keep on doing every necessary things we're supposed to do. I plead for all of every zonal coordinator, please make sure you do what you've been asked to do, because this time around we will never leave any stone unturned. Please. And we know how formidable and fanatical we are about Biafra here in Austria. And I want to thank my national coordinator Mazi Nnamdi and his deputy Mazi Nnamdi for their good work, for everything they have been putting here in Austria to make sure that Austrian family are united and we are one. And we are under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and GOS. Mazi, thank you so much. May God bless you.
And you
thank
too.
You much. Thank you much, Neke.
Thank you very much. Remain blessed. I have callers on direct line calling in. I want to pick before I go to caller on WhatsApp. But will they call now? No. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, Mazi Johnathan. Good evening, Mazi Johnathan. Bless you, Mazi Johnathan.
You too.
I am Mazi Nnamdi. I am from Abaje, and one of the local government, Biafra land. Follow previous, not Imo State. Imo State is a slave name, and I love that name. Mazi, you see your topic this evening is very, very awesome. And do you know why people are treating black race like this? Our director said this. Our reason, the way we reason, the way we think things. Why can't white people use black people to use play football? Black people are they are. They are baboon. They are monkeys. That's why white people call black monkey. The way we read it, but now everybody keep his mouth shut. Nobody will ask who get that private jet. Nobody. But here, Mazi, and it's you have I said it. Any tribe based on praises, that tribe will go to lower down, because Igbo land here we like our director said it. Our director said when the olden time that job father upon Isubi, Ndana Papa side Bundi Jerebea, Omoko Square, Adreba Bruye Membata, and that is true. And that is true. Must go to any family of their person in the home. Onya na want to if any name. Only come out Diego. Manutono because Ojirego, those Ojirego na ride is here. That's our problem here. That's our problem. Who brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? His private jet from Kenya. Is he not a black man? Is it a white man? Is it many all the journalists here that seen him closing their mouth here, are they white? Is it not black journalists? When you see what you know that thing is true. When you are talking in the Radio Biafra in the radio stations there in this too, they will say be civil, be politically correct. Why somebody on ground die? They will be political correct. Be political correct. Professor, like the clip that you play, the person that calls himself a professor, you teach in France, he teaches in China, but you are calling Nigeria a nation. Are you not ashamed of yourself as a professor? Are you not ashamed of yourself? Our director said it, men without honor, men without dignity, men without honor. All about the care is money. A country cannot boast of producing toothpick. Even matches, ordinary matches, they can't produce. Is it a country?
Is it a country or rather the nation? But when you see here, you will see some graduates claiming our nation, your nation, the nation Nigeria. It's not my nation. That's why their president have died since 2017. Nobody is speaking up. All the professors, intellectuals, all the doctors, all the people. I am an intellectual. I am well educated. I am Western. None of them is speaking. Is speaking for the president have died for a long time. All about the case 2023. He start 2023. We swallow all of them. And that president, all of them close their mouth. We swallow all of them. Shameless people, shameless journalist, shameless professor, shameless doctor, vampires everywhere in Africa. Africa is a shit hole. Africa is a shit hole.
And you too. I don't know. Yeah. You know, there is something we should criticize, but positively. That is the thing. We shouldn't criticize or insult for insulting sake. Just positively, so that we make changes. That is, yeah, I can understand the emotion, the frustrations, but nonetheless, we must continue. Call on signal. Hold on, please. Let me pick this caller on direct line. Let me see. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Good evening, sir.
Call on WhatsApp and signal. Hold on, I'm coming. Go on direct line. Come on. Call on direct line. Go.
Okay, there is Mazi. My name is Chika from Obingwaba. I'm calling from Cotonou, the Republic of Mazi.
Yeah, well, welcome to
Mazi. I say making sure keep all of you alive. All of you in that media presenting. And Hamadike, the Loma who is at an African Mako, an African Beko Mahariata in Israel. Today he's fighting, putting the blue by his son. I say making sure I guide him and keep my life for us. Mazi, today's program is powerful. So much happy for the topic of today. Mazi, you see what I've been saying here is 100% reality. We talk about religion and the media in Nigeria. Mazi, Nigeria is hellfire. I don't know those who only normally, in this Radio Biafra where I worship is my religion, is my ideology. Those who normally go to church every Sunday, and people will be telling them, stop stealing so that you will not go to hellfire. Stop doing lying so that you will not go to hellfire. So for that fire, you already in that hellfire in Nigeria. Nigeria is hellfire. Because God can never go and bring firewood, and bring fuel, and bring matches, and pour for fire. So that will be something. No, the hellfire is right there in your presence. You are in that hellfire in Nigeria. That is why today is burning everybody. And God has sent a savior, Ohamadike, to come and rescue us from that hellfire that is trying to burn everybody. And some people are there pretending. That is why I said Nigeria is land of people please. They are all liars. They may be truth. Some of them may be acting out of ignorance. And some are hypocrites who know that they are trying to lie in order to stand for political correctness because of what they are gaining. Because their stomach is more important more than their freedom. That is why my leader said that the problem of a black man is his friend. And the black people promote evil. They promote evil. As long as they are breaking from that system, they will keep on promoting the evil to continue because that evil is not affecting himself directly. Until it affects him. The man he placed with, there are calling Nigeria a nation. A nation is not a place where people have the same ideology, the same value system, and one law bind everybody together to protect their talent and their God-given talent as a human being. But how can you go in Nigeria, a nation where the Northerners believe in the ideology of Sharia? Why you living in secular system of a civil government law? You call Nigeria a nation, but you claim you're a professor. Man, the people, they are hypocrites. They are hypocrites. Every day they are preaching people don't do this. They don't have to see that hellfire in Nigeria. And where is the hellfire? Which hellfire there do you need? Hellfire is people that we are suffering, dying. You have no life to live. You are like it at stake. Going out and coming back, you are resisting your life. You have no life. You have no freedom of expression on anything. That is hellfire because you are suffering. It's hell. You are seeing hell. You are seeing hell. And the hellfire is there, but you are still pretending. Many people don't feel they're going to hellfire while you are still in hellfire. You that are preaching, you are saying that hellfire. Some of you are rich in that system of that simple hellfire that are consuming all that. But some of you are not rich, but they are still pretending preaching as if you don't know the reality. People are hypocrites. Today, look at what is happening in the north. But when the empire started, the north was busy. We claiming as if they love they love the system, but today it has now backfired on them. Is it not hypocrisy? Today everybody is suffering. That is that hellfire, and they are still pretending. Today, some of them are calling that Jesus is coming again. No, the name Jesus will not appear. Rather, God will send a savior to come and rescue his people in time of danger and suffering. That is why today my leader has appeared to come and save us, to rescue us from this hellfire. Everybody will not get that name, Jesus. But the God will send a savior to come and rescue people in a generation to come. God will always send a savior. I don't know our people what the Bible tell them proverb. The Bible says that paradise refer as heaven as a beautiful, perfect place. But that paradise, God has given you everything that you have to do what? Bring it and develop that paradise for your own human use, for human consumption, for your own betterment, for your own needs. You are the one that will build that paradise. God is not coming down to build paradise for you. Because God is a spirit, nobody is God. It is you, human being, in this earth. It is how to bring that paradise for your own human use. That is why today, Europeans have built that paradise for the people to enjoy, to live as a free human being and die as a free man. Not to die by the hands of the police, army, and SAT. They die as a peaceful human being. Paradise is a place for the righteous people, those who that do good things for the life of their people, those that fight evil, that are trying to consume masses, that want to consume the state. They stand and fight the evil to the last and bring good things to their people. That is that paradise. So, kingdom of God in our land, which is Biafra land, entering to that kingdom of God is not easy. We need bulldozer to bulldozer whatever that's going to stand on our way. It's not going to be because the kingdom of Satan don't want us to enter into the kingdom of God in our land. The same way they do not want our brothers in Israel to restore their land. And those that their hand is not clean are going to flush away. They are going to wipe away on the road. Who are those people? They are the evil men today in our land. The politicians, the criminals, they are rich, though they are allies, other Western world.
Thank you, Mazi.
All of them are going to wipe away. For us to enter into that promised land, which is the kingdom of God, that we are going to build. That paradise is not going to require a lot of things. But we shall conquer. Mazi, Nigeria is hellfire. All of them in that zoo, they are hypocrites.
Caller on signal, please go on. Please, our people should understand. Once, because I know once you finish what you want to say, I know. When other things you are doing is repetition. Once you start repetition, I understand. So no need. I just help you out by, calling your attention. So we should learn, please. Caller on signal, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. Very good evening to you, sir.
Welcome to the program.
There were my own brother. I want to make a suggestion tonight. Maybe we can take it on board. There is this program that we had the last time with Biafra awareness or our history with the elders and so many of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Please, sometimes. Yes. If you're not online, if you're not coming up, please can you replay them? Like program of yesterday was so beautiful, just like today also. So some of these programs that touches the heart of what we are doing, we can replay them any day you feel like maybe you have other engagement to play. Now, having said that, yeah, thank you, sir. Having said that, you remember there's something you mentioned about this interview that was had with this chief Akin, somebody who was talking about Fulani Quest. You know, one day that I came over.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Fulani question. Yes, I came over the radio and then I was kind of being a devil advocate that day. It's because of that program that you did that makes me to open my eye, and I've been keeping like observing exactly who Fulani are. The day you were talking about how intelligent they are in their foolishness, because that man exposed who these people are. If you look at them very, very well, on our touch, you know, it amuses you what these guys are doing that call themselves Fulani. And you find out that the few people of them that went to school that are piloting this evil agenda that they have, or they are doing. But other ones, you find them that they are still like animals, like drinking bloods of animals and wandering in the forest. Who does that in this stone age, you know? So I just feel the only thing that happens is some of the things that you said today, that our own politicians or our Igbo people don't know what politics is all about. Politics is all about Izotankai. We ask you to go and represent us, to go and fight for ourselves. Like I admire Usman Donfodio also, even though he has a double evil agenda of flanizing everyone, which is not possible. You know, you touch my heart to call, because I sit and I ask myself question: how is it possible that these people think that they are going to fulanize the Yoruba nation? They might try to a certain level, one state or two. But the Igbo nation will never accept not even one state, not even a village. The other will all die doing the same thing. So I don't know where they're coming from with this nonsense they are doing. So it's better if they can learn their lesson from what you. And I think you gave them advice, and I also want to give them advice. There's no need for you guys to continue with this agenda that you have, because it's not going to work. The best thing to do, engage our leader with a meaningful discussion on how are you guys going to be a part of the new nation that is coming up in the zoo. Otherwise, all of you that call yourself Fulani who doesn't have a land in Nigeria are going to find yourself back to the forest again, because it's not going to happen. And no place in Nigeria.
They don't no forest. They are not accustomed to forest. It's desert.
Desert, yes. You see, and the desert is even worse than the forest. Desert is even worse than the forest. So, Mazi, I also want to advise Britain. Our leader advised you people one time, and I want just concur to what our leader said that day. We are no longer in the age of colonizing people. Other nations are doing very well in technology and the rest of them. What are you gaining by trying to make sure that we are subject to Fulani people or to whoever race, in order for you to keep on taking the oil that doesn't have a meter? Why are you living your life in stealing other people's property in order for you to survive? I know that it's like Mazi Johnathan used to say, it's part of politics of the world. But this age we are, I'm not sure that it's still obtainable, that we think we will be watching. Our leader have opened our eyes. He has actually done a very good job that no matter what happens now, we will never go back to who we used to be. It doesn't matter how long it takes us. We're going to fight for this freedom until we get it. And
non c'è festa senza Zanzibar,
con un morso ti fa innamorare.
non c'è Natale senza familiari.
Non c'è Natale senza sperlari.
Zanzibar, cioccolato gianduia con nocciole intere. Non c'è Natale senza sperlari.
for we to do this and we to do that, which is normal. And somebody is asking, if you think what we are doing is not okay, step aside and do it. If some of us we will never step aside, because we are part of the family. We were grown up in this family, so we will never step aside. Whatever we are going to do, we can only ask people to help us to do what we need to do. Otherwise, this is the family that we belong. But it's eyesore for me to sit and wait and watch my own leader, the son of God himself, the son of man, Onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his bro taking 21 times. I was shouting on top of my voice. All them that they can't run the fly Nando. But there's advice that you give tonight that I'm asking our people in Imo State, in Ebonyi State, and the people from Igota that communities affected. Help is coming. Keep on holding on. DOS is in charge. Our leader is still in charge. And this message that is coming, as soon as it gets to everybody, Nifu will be done. Mazindewo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Remember, we must continue. Okay, let me pick this call. Call on WhatsApp. Hold on. Call on direct line. Go on, please.
Hello, Mazi Johnathan.
Yeah, well, welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you, Mazi Johnathan. May Chukwuka continue to strengthen you for this good work that we are doing for our great nation to restore the holy land of Chukwuka. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, may Elohim continue to strengthen him. Anyone that wishes him dead, may death follow that person and his generation. You say? Mazi Johnathan, your topic this night and yesterday on is always a very good one. Because your topic says tonight, facing the reality. Mazi Johnathan, it's true that, I understand what you are saying this night correctly. But there's something I want to say. Mazi Johnathan, did you know if that I will say with the help of people that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not come up to face the reality. This Fulani people, this Fulani pastor, Mazi Johnathan, you are fully aware they would have conquered our land.
Of course.
These people, they would have broke us up from the face of this planet Earth. This is one thing I want the Biafrans to understand. Because it's only our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the only man that came out to face the reality. See the governors in our land, see the chiefs in our land. If you look them very well, and which we know they are not ready to face the reality. And Mazi Johnathan, on your program yesterday night, you said something about the Indian farmers. That they protested for 1 year and they got what they want. But I was listening yesterday. Mazi Johnathan, did you know in our land today, ordinary just listen to this FM or this good gospel. Mazi Johnathan, did you know that is a problem? And there's something I want to say before I drop Mazi
listening to the FM, bringing
on Radio Biafra several times. Our people should know that this slavery mentality, this chain of slavery that is rounding up the indigenous people of Biafra and Nigeria as a whole, some people they will still remain in the bondage of this slavery. Because Mazi Johnathan, some of the black people and most Biafrans, Mazi Johnathan, they will die in ignorance. I want our people to mark it tonight. It's not everybody that will be enlightened to enter into Biafra. But one thing I know that the guarantee that I will give anyone who has not listened, pray for you to see Biafra and for the kingdom of Chukwuka to come, which is Biafra. Because when Biafra comes, your brain will be open and you will be enlightened. Mazi Johnathan, thank you. This is all I have to say because I know that so many of our brothers they are online waiting.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi Israel. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Thanks for holding on for 17 minutes. Go on, please.
Thank you so much, Mazi Johnathan. Good evening to you.
Oh, Mazi, you go.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I greet you, my beloved brothers and sisters. Mazi, first of all, I want to say this. Everybody that is listening to this broadcast this evening should know that freedom comes from the Almighty God, Chukwuka. the God that created the heaven and the earth, the God that laid the foundation of this world, for you as mankind, for you to reside on it and do whatever you like. Freedom is ability for you to decide on, act on, behave the way you wish. And that is the reason why what I'm saying now is that God, the God that have right to take your life within 2 minutes, He give us that freedom before anybody else. Before you, mortal man that can die tomorrow, you decided to cage our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just because he's saying the truth. All of you gang up together, you have your meeting and you say, let us hold him so that he will not continue to help people to know the truth. You caged his freedom just because of that truth. I am telling all of you this evening that God Almighty, the God that have that your life, that life you have, He is the first person that give mankind freedom. And He said, look at this way, you can follow it, see the benefits. If you decided to deviate from it and follow the other road, there is also consequences. So the freedom that you are discussing this evening is very, very important. And to make it clear, both good and the bad, they love it so much. They cherish it. It's a special gift from God. But the problem that the world is having today, some people found pleasure in the intimidating of others. Despite that God give us that opportunity, they find pleasure in the killings of others. They intimidate others. They kill others. More especially when those people that is doing evil, when they see their opposite people encountering what they are doing. When somebody is coming out to say, stop doing this thing that you're doing is not right, that is when you will see them gang up and cage that person that is saying the truth. They would like to cage his own freedom. So to make it short and to make it clear, anything that one is doing in this life, there is a consequences just because the Almighty God, He is the owner of the freedom that we all are looking for. He is the owner of our life. So if you are in position of power and you think you have arrived, you are the governor, you are the senator, you are the president, you have right to intimidate the low ones under your feet. I want to make it clear to you that God, He has power to deny you that your life within 2 minutes. But He is the person that give it to you and He allow you to continue to act and behave as if you own it all. But you don't own it all. That is simple truth. So for this opportunity, for us to value what we have, for us to know the kind of level of love that anyone that comes out and sacrifices himself for you to be free, like our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in detention. So I'm just using this opportunity to talk to you, to tell you that is hearing my voice, that anytime you hear about Nnamdi Kanu and you think that that man is doing something wrong, I don't think your brain is very correct, because you don't know the value of love he has for you. He wants you to be free. He wants you to have a free life, a good life. That is the reason why he's in detention today. But some of you don't value this. I am making it clear to you that those people that gang up against him and cage him, they are the real evil ones that hate you, but you don't know this. But by the grace of Chukwuka, victory will be ours. We continue to demand for the unconditional release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the most honest person of our own time, who came out boldly to say the truth before any other person, because he didn't do anything. Mazi, the blessing of Chukwuka continue to be with every one of you for this wonderful work. Thank you so much.
There will, and remain blessed too. We are inching closer towards the end of the program. Call on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. There will, welcome to the program.
Good morning, good evening, the great Biafras all over the world. My name is Wisdom. I'm calling from my location, but I'm from Ohajima. Ohajima is in Imo Province, Biafra land. Mazi, this night I really appreciate your topic, facing the reality. And what is the reality? Let me start from the east, which is the Biafra land. The reality facing us is that Fulani, they want to Islamize us. They want us to become Muslim like they are. And becoming Muslims is so that they have that mind that they will convert us to become Muslim. But if they succeed in what they are looking for, they will kill all of us and take that land. Even the Muslims that will become, those claiming they are Muslims, they will kill all of you. And that land, they will make sure they wipe every trace of Igbo and take that land. That is the reality. But our politicians, they are playing politics. Both those in the Senate, those in the House of Assembly, those in House of Rep, and even the local government chairman. Yesterday there was a name published that some people are contributing money. Now our people they are very, very wicked. I'm telling you the truth. People are contributing money to give them up to unleash mayhem on their own people in Biafra land. While we are fighting for we to secure that land for your children, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is languishing in DSS dungeon because he wants to save your generation. But you are contributing money, doing what the old Jewish did. They went and buy ammunition to come and fight their own people. Igbo people today, they are contributing money to give to whole Uzodinma for whole Uzodinma to use and kill their own people. But all of you can never go scot-free. Coming to the side of religion, your pastors, the reality you are facing, all of you know that Fulanis, they want to take over Nigeria, and when you go to the church, you can never tell your people truth. Rather, you'll be telling them you'll be going to heaven. But if they come to kill you in the church, all of you will run away. None of you will stay in the church for them to kill you. We are facing the reality. We want to be free. Africa needs freedom from these Europeans. But the whole of Africa, they prefer to go to heaven, which they don't know the heaven they are going to. They don't know heaven they are going to. Instead, they will stand and fight and defend their land. They are fighting, defending religion. Instead, they will fight and liberate themselves. As an African man now, like here I am, what is happening in this country is terrible. But as one of them now, he said, no, we're waiting for another African mentality, God forbid. We're waiting for this tenor to finish so that we'll do another election. I tell them that, see, what is happening here is not by election. What people need is we know that your former president, he tried. He carried the revolution, but today the revolution is no more working. You people, Africa, we need to open our eyes and take the revolution and push out these Europeans away from our land and take our land and control our land. Election can never solve anything in Africa. If you like, vote that best person, big a man that will do something. When he enter there, the European will give him a hand not to develop Africa. If you ask me, about Ghana, why is that? Obama, a African man, his own brother, Bin Laden, the former leader president, in Africa. So they can never allow any president in Africa that will develop do his place well. And are Britain. What we say is fast. Africans, let's face the reality to liberate Africa, to liberate ourselves from this suffering that we are in. Part of Africa, they are suffering. I'm telling you, let's face reality. Mazi, I want you to come up with that topic of religion. For you to open the eyes of our people, they still believe that they are going to heaven. They are going to heaven, but their people are dying every day. Pastors can never come out and condemn the evil. Every day they are killing our youth. Our politicians can never come out to condemn what the Fulanis are doing in our land. But God is what never all the things that that are not really because God is not the church is foolish. He can never allow these people to come out. upon all the way how Dick defended Nigeria, fought for the independence of Nigeria. Where is it today? Devil, man, ask yourself that question. Where is Dick children? Are they ruling Nigeria that you are trying to defend? Also, them, the Supreme Court administrator. Ask yourself, where is Zeke children? Are they ruling Nigeria? So also it will be to your own children. You will fight, you will try to kill your people, you will die, you will try to make everything to fight for Nigeria. But at the end, the Nigeria you defend will also kill you and kill your generation. So I want to appreciate for picking my call. One thing is certain that we can never back out. We must continue, and our leader must be released unconditionally because he committed no offense. Thank you for picking my comment. Welcome and bless you.
And you too.
Thank you very much, sir. I sign off from here.
Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Will be the second to the last caller. Caller on signal. Are you there?
Yeah, Mazi Johnathan, good evening.
There, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Greetings, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I say, may the blessings of God Almighty to bless all the genuine Biafrans, right? This restoration. So, Mazi Johnathan, I thank you for your topic. I forgot your so, but I enjoyed sir, can I ask a question outside this year? Because I'm curious to know.
Go on, let's see.
Okay.
If I could answer.
She said she's black. She said
who is black? Who?
Black. She said black. The black American. So I said that all of them that are blacks, that they have their roots from Africa. So she responded saying that I shouldn't tell her identity, that she's an aboriginal of America. So I started telling, I argued with her that history has it that blacks, that all the blacks came from Africa. So she said no, that the blacks have been living in America before the advent of Europeans, even before the Europeans came. So now my question is it true that blacks are aboriginal of America?
Yes, you have aborigine. It means indigenous population, indigenous people.
Yes, what I mean is that not those that was transported during slave trade.
Of course. There are some aborigine, that is some indigenous people, the owners of America land, that are also kind of black, but they call them American Indians. Some of them, they refer them as blacks also. It doesn't matter if they are, we can say they are more fairer, not too much dark-skinned. So it's a reality. It's a reality. They have just the same way they have the indigenous people in Australia before the Europeans went there. This world is a world of if you were lion feeds on a sheep. Is the reality. It's the reality of the world. Many places you're seeing today, in Americas, in Asia, they are populated by black, even. Because in the prehistoric time, even blacks, they spread, even from Africa. Prehistoric period. But a time came, it became the time of the concussions, so, and they took over. One can also ask, what of the black people in Europe? Europeans made sure even to slaughter blacks to make sure that they don't, so that the blacks you see in Europe today are mostly migrants, not indigenous population. Some European countries, they had indigenous population, indigenous blacks, but where are they today? And even some slaves that were transported to Europe, where are they today? Many, what they did to black race is horrible, but we must continue. We are saying it just for record's sake, so that people understand the reality that we are in. Why they could do it. I used to give example with King Leopold of Belgium, King Leopold II, that took Congo as his own farmland and slaughtered half of the population. He killed for fun. But today that man Leopold is a saint. Saint Leopold, pray for us. That is stupidity. But when you call our own ancestors that, did nothing wrong, our people, they turn us against our own selves. It's very sad indeed. We are trying to reset the brains of our people here. Go on, please.
Okay, sir. They even said there was a people called Orita Mogel. They said they even ruled over Russia and China, blacks. So I became honestly I was so surprised, I was so astonished to hear that there were people that were blacks in Russia, even in China. So they say those people, I don't know the name they call that country again. Don't know whether the country is still there.
Mazi, do you know what? The best thing. Sometimes if you have a topic like this, maybe you have a smartphone, not maybe you have, because you are calling me on Signal. You go into research. You understand? That is the best thing. Because as you are carrying that phone, many people don't know that you are carrying the whole world in your hand. Some people think it's only for WhatsApp, DMing, watching gossip or watching one thing or the other. Yeah, you can get anything there. You are carrying the whole world in your hand.
Yes.
So that's it. So that's what I will advise you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I want to suggest you should be using Twitter handle now. As you are alive now, you should be using your Twitter handle now, so that people will be commenting that place.
I think I have given you my Twitter handle. I wrote it for you. Yes.
Like in a program like this.
You know what? I'm telling you, I have my Twitter. I am not always on Twitter unless I follow people like Mecca Gift, China Sanworu. When our leader was outside, I used to follow.
What I mean, like, as you are doing program now, you're using it. Like you go there and take comments of people.
Okay. You can also watch the program live, even on Facebook, on Radio Biafra Hausa-Service.
Like that.
Radio Biafra Hausa-Service. You go there now, it's live, it's streaming live. Understand?
Thank you, sir.
There we go.
Okay, tomorrow is question and answer.
Yes, interactive session with Mazi Johnathan.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you. Personally, I love a curious person, somebody that asks many questions. I love no matter what, because that is how I used to be, right from childhood. So I will take the last caller. The last caller, what's up? Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Please, you be the last caller.
I can hear you, sir.
There we go. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mazi Johnathan. Good morning.
There we go.
And good morning, great Biafra. I remain I'm calling from Dubai. Mazi, thank you very much for opening the eyes of our people. Thank you, sir. We encourage you. I had to get because of your men come I Great Biafra, I want to tell our people